This how-to guide on setting up the B53 is intended to help drivers show customers some of the finer points of the unit. If we can spend some extra time with the person who will be operating the unit, we can avoid unnecessary service calls. Keep an eye out for best practices and remember to explain to the customers that this is familiarization, not training. Show them where the manual is located so that if they have questions or concerns, they can refer to it. 4 keys. You got a key on the engine. If you want to run the engine, turn that on. You got a key there, and a key down there. All those on the on position?
All on the on position. This key right here is a battery disconnect key, which disconnects the battery to everything, Honda, the whole machine. If you leave this key turned on, leave the machine plugged in so that way you have charge working. Turn this key on. You get the indicator that the power is on. This right here tells you that the turret is centered. This right here in master just means that everything is turned on. With the remote, anytime it has an arrow like this, it means you rotate the stop button, it'll pop up. You have this button right here, which this little indicator is for power. You get a beep, that means now that this remote is connected to the machine. Right here you see that the turret is centered. Right here it means that you're running ground controls, 12.8 volt batteries on the machine, and 12 volt battery indicator on the bottom left corner for the remote battery. Okay. Once you have this activated, the start button is right here for the Honda. If you hold this up, push up a second, the Honda starts. If you push it back down, the Honda turns off. If you want to run it on electric, you have a little picture right here of an electric engine. Push this button right here. Now you have the indicator for the battery pack. The way this works is actually in reverse. The battery pack is now 75% charged. Once it gets to A, the green light will come on. It'll show it's 100% charged. When it gets down to E, since it's red, obviously it's running extremely low or dead. At this point, the machine will be quiet because the only time the electric engine runs is when you choose a function. So if you select a function in any way, now you have the electric engine run. Okay? Start stop active is only for the Honda engine. That just means when you're up in the air using it, the machine will turn off automatically. So you choose a function. Once you choose a function, the Honda engine will automatically start up again, or unless the batteries are running low. At this point, the machine's in a stowed position. To set the outriggers, you have A, B, C, and D. Okay. All the outriggers have letters on them. You have A, B, C, and D. So to bring the outriggers down, just choose whichever one you want to move.
Close to the ground at this point is going to level it, self-leveling.
Now you have auto level. If you push this button and hold it continuously, the machine will level itself out. Once you get the solid tone like that, that means the machine is level. But there is no sensors on the tracks saying that the tracks are off the ground. You always want the tracks off the ground. So at this point, if you'll just auto level it again, now the tracks are completely off the ground. That's your most stable, is when the tracks are completely off the ground. Okay? At that point, you're done with this remote. You get the stop button, turn it off, place it in a safe place.
Away from any of the turning parts on the machine.
Now at this point, when you get in the basket, climb in the basket.
When you get into the basket, go ahead and take this ladder up and click it into place. That way, as you're coming down, you don't get that caught up underneath the basket.
Or if you rotate over something, you don't catch it. If you'll hit the stop button and release it, then the machine now knows it's getting a signal from up in the basket. At that point, you'll hit the start button. You'll get the lights indicating that all 4 outriggers contacted the ground. The OK light saying that the turret's centered. Okay? If you want to use the electric engine, hit the select button.
That beep indicated that electric engine's on.
Now when you choose a function, you'll get the electric engine. Right? If you select it again, just like from down there, if you hit the start button, then you'll get the Honda to start. Okay? The pictures, universal language. You have the basket rotate, the jib, up and down, telescope, in and out, secondary boom, up and down, main boom, up and down, and turret rotate. That's pretty much it.
So that's operating the machine, getting it set up and getting it started. Let's talk about some common problems that people run into just getting used to the machine.
Some of the more common mistakes with the machine is either telescoping it all the way in or bringing this boom all the way down. We have that happen a lot because there's a person in the basket, and when they come down, they'll barely set it right here. And then when they get out of the basket, there's still pressure in the cylinder. So this actually pushes up a little bit and comes off the 2 switches that are located under here. Once those 2 switches are released, the machine then thinks that the boom is in the air, it's elevated, and it will not drive the tracks or work the outriggers. So if any point in time when you're traveling and it's stuttering, doesn't want to run properly, it's probably because it's bouncing off of here, because when it runs on its tracks, it tends to bounce a little bit. Okay? Make sure that this is telescoped all the way in and all the way down. Deadhead the cylinders when you come down. Make sure you take all the pressure out of the cylinders.
So keep holding the control quite a bit after it stops.
You'll hear the motor bind up. You know it's deadhead. Also, this switch right here
in the turret.
In the turret. When you swing, when you rotate the turret, when you come back to center, the machine will stop for a second. It tells you that the machine is then centered. Alright, you get the OK light on, saying the turret is centered. There's no arrows to line up, anything like that. Just continue to rotate until the machine stops. If you let go,
and that's an indicator that it's centered also, is that light right there turns green.
Yeah, the green light comes on there, green light comes on in the basket as well. So always make sure that it comes back to center, the OK light comes on. If the OK light is flashing, it means there's a problem, it's not completely centered, or the machine's out of level. Other than that,
any other issues that pretty common?
Don't leave this key turned on when you're renting it, especially because if that key is turned on, the hour meter is running.
Definitely something to advise the customers that if you're not on this machine, turn this key off.